In studio, everybody, Mr. Kane Hanson. Easy on the eyes, easy on the ears, and expensive to work with in insurance with Great North. Is that the right way I should introduce you, Kane?
You know what? Every time you have an interesting way of introducing me, and I mean, what can I say? How do I respond to that?
Well, thank you, I think is what you say.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're not super expensive. You are just a necessary evil because you work in insurance. It's one of those things that I hate, and yet I'm so grateful for. So let's dive in deep here, Kane. First, let's talk about your family because you have some exciting stuff that's happening in your world.
Yeah, got a little boy coming. This will be number 4. 3 boys, 1 girl. Everybody's really excited, and come March we'll have another little Hanson boy.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than being a dad, except for when you get that little break from being a dad and you can go on the golf course. And you and I got to golf together a lot this last summer.
Yes, it was awesome.
You invited me to your own family's tournament, right?
I did.
And I got to be a part of the Pizza Masters tournament for the first time. I got to golf with your brother as well.
Yeah.
The Hansons are all of an eclectic clan of people, isn't it?
We cover the entire graph of people and personalities.
Well, I think it's important that people understand how closely we are related, and I never knew it. I didn't know until the last couple of years that your family started Zorbas and has a big piece in that. And, of course, some awesome things in the Lakes area. The Hanson family has a legacy there. Is that... You probably wouldn't say that, but I'm going to say that about you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, what my mother and father started in Detroit Lakes with Zorbas is something that's really special, and it's just an honor to be part of it and grow up in it and meet so many people. And I think that's what makes our family unique. When you're raised in a bar, you have a father like ours and a mother like ours, it just gets a little unique, but I was very blessed, very lucky to have an awesome family. I mean, we went through some tough times, losing both, as you've experienced, just lost my mom and lost my father 5 years ago. But
that is never easy, Kane.
No, it's, and my mother's birthday is actually the 10th. So yeah, those days stink, but we're lucky. We have my 2 older brothers. We spent Thanksgiving together, all the cousins, and they just, that I think that shows a lot when you lose your parents and you can still get siblings together during holidays. It's huge, and I'm very proud of being a Hanson.
Well, and you should, because it's an amazing legacy that your family has left. Zorbas is really important to my family. First of all, is my wife and I, probably 2 months before our daughter was born, our daughter Finley is 6, we went to Zorbas on Pelican, and we were there for our anniversary dinner. We just wanted to get out of town, and my wife was 7 months pregnant, and so you don't do much traveling and that sort. And we sat in the booth at Zorbas trying to talk about baby names, and we couldn't figure it out. And over my shoulder, somebody had written on the booth, Finley. And so our baby is named after a booth of a stranger that wrote there. And so it was so bizarre and just that weird connection. Yeah. And so Zorbas has a special place in my heart. We just bought a lake place. We're 5 minutes from that Zorbas now, which is so fun. So it's our go-to every time that we're grabbing food. But Kane, you were honest enough to share that you lost your mom this last year. You lost your dad 5 years ago. I lost my mom, 18 and a half years ago now. And insurance saved my life, Kane. I'll be completely honest. My mom never had much money, but she was smart enough to tuck just a little bit away as she went. And so when she died and I was orphaned, my dad was never in my life. And so when she died and I was orphaned, I had enough money to pay off my student loans and to pay off my car and to tuck a little bit away into some investment things that are now going to take care of my kids when I'm gone. Why is insurance important to you? Because I understand why it's important to me. I joke all the time that I hate it. I think that it's the worst. It's a necessary evil. But it has set up you and your family, and it's set up my family as well, and it's so important. So why is it important to you?
I mean, I don't even know how to top that. I got into insurance because my dad did not like insurance agents. I think that's probably the funniest part about it. Because he was a business owner, said, God, I just pay in for insurance and they never pay out, or they're charging too much. And if I don't have insurance, then I won't get sued. Till I finally sat down and go, Dad, doesn't really work that way anymore. And once we delve into it, he became very passionate about it and became my biggest supporter.
Yeah.
And on the life insurance side, for business, estate planning, it's huge. With COVID, owning restaurants in Minnesota hasn't been very favorable.
I can't imagine.
To say the least. Businesses are closing left and right. Just saw another huge one in Minneapolis had to close. Without the estate planning I'd set up for my family, it would have been, I guess the best word is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 51-year-old business. So I'm very proud of what I did for my family. I'm not happy that it came to fruition.
Right.
Because honestly, thought my mom would definitely outlive one of us boys.
Yeah.
And with everything that happened, it was massive, and it made me even more passionate about what insurance can do. I mean, ideally, I hope you pay into insurance forever and it never pays out. But death and taxes, unfortunately, and that's where I'm passionate what life insurance can do. You can take advantage of what's going to happen. And unfortunately, it's death, and use that to your advantage to help your kids, help your grandkids, and help businesses. And I mean, we bring up Zorbas, but they employ over 1,000 people.
Wow.
That would really stink if it closed. That's a lot of
lot of families.
A lot of families.
Yeah.
So no one likes to talk about life insurance. I love talking about it because I'm very passionate about it, and I 100% believe in it because, unfortunately, I've seen it in action far too often and far too soon.
You know, I go back to where I was 10 years ago, and 10 years ago I was a youth pastor and selling real estate part-time, and I really hadn't even thought about financial responsibility. Fast forward to now, and it is at the forefront of my mind because I understand the people that I lead, the businesses that I have, and the family that I would leave with a massive mess if I don't get my stuff together. And so you and I talked in great detail, probably last year now at this point. Yeah. And we recognized some major holes that I had. You know, we can talk about term insurance. We can talk about whole insurance. We can talk about IRAs and investing and stock market and all those things. Frankly, everybody, for the most part, needs a little bit of attention on this. Is that fair to say, Kane?
Yeah, the numbers are scary with the amount of people that have life insurance. Just start the conversation. And with technology these days, it's really, really crazy easy. We have policies issued up to $1 million inside of 4 days. Wow. If you're healthy, sign up, boom. They ask you underwriting questions all online. They double check everything on the back end. I've had them issued inside of 4 days. So there's really no excuse anymore. I mean, when people are like, oh, it takes so long, it's like, I can send you the app. It takes you 5 minutes to fill out the underwriting thing, 20 minutes, and we can know inside of 4 days if you have this coverage. And I mean, buying a home, there's nothing that's your biggest asset unless you have a business.
Right.
And you can get insurance as quickly as it takes to look at probably 3 homes right now with how crazy the market is.
Yeah. Well, Kane, we're going to run out of time here. I want to encourage people that are listening, whether it's Kane or somebody else, you owe it to your loved ones and you owe it to those that you really, really care about to start having some of these conversations and to figure it out. It feels dark, but it's actually bringing light to those people. Is that fair to say, Kane?
Yeah, absolutely. What it does for your family is incredible.
Well, insurance has set me up to have a big chance at life, and I want you to be able to do the same for those that you care about. So, Kane, if people want to talk to you, it's greatnorthinsuranceservices.com, or what number do they call?
701-239-4647.
You can get your home, auto, boats, life, all those kind of insurance things, all with Great North. So, all those things. Kane, great to have you with us. Folks, we're going to go to break, but swing over to hatchrealty.com and start browsing for that next house. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch.